White Latinos, you guys have so much power. You guys can put on a blazer and just tell white people what to do. And they'll be like, I don't know who that is, but I did ask for the manager. So today I want to talk about how beautiful people are, all right? Especially I kind of want to talk about how beautiful my people are, the Latino people. I love my Latino people. And we're beautiful in all shapes, all sizes, whether you got hair on your face or not, whether you're a man or a woman with hair on your face or not, and no matter what your skin color is. I love all of our people, I want to talk about the white Latinos. Latinos who have like that paler skin, Latinos who are buying sunblock at the same rate that they're buying Sazon. You are very important to the Latino community, and don't ever let anybody tell you any different. You definitely count as being Latino. A lot of white Latinos feel like, oh, they don't count as a Latino because they don't look Latino. No, you count as double. We need you. We need white Latinos. We need you to go and get into those white people meetings and figure out how to benefit your community. You know who's making avocados so expensive? Not us. It's not us. Figure out how to lower the price of avocados for your people. We don't always know when white people are Latinos, and it's very tricky. Sometimes a white person will not look Latino because they have like that straight hair, or they have blue eyes, or sometimes they say shit like, hey man, I'm just calling it how I see it. So we should do ethnicity reveal parties. Maybe you pop a balloon and it reveals the flag, or like you cut the cake and it reveals a passport. Let's see who is what, okay? And we should start it off with celebrities. I think we should start this trend off at the highest level. Vin Diesel, you're first. We need an ethnicity reveal party starring Vin Diesel, because we're all placing bets. Everyone thinks that he is part of their community. Everybody's trying to take a little bit of the Vin, a little bit of the Diesel. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. And this is kind of what made me want to come up with this discussion, was that, maybe we shouldn't be so quick to judge and be like, oh, that's a white person. Now we got to start second thinking. Now we got to think before. And I'm gonna say that to everybody, because people call me Arab all the time. People call me Habibi more than they call me Julian, and I respond. I'll respond. I just want to be accepted. If you think I'm Arab and you call me Habibi, I'm probably not going to correct you. I'll just be like, yeah, that's me. Let me get some of that hummus. I love hummus. But I was in a grocery store, and I was in the international foods aisle, which, side note, the international foods aisle, that's where you go to find love. That's where you go to find the love of your life, is in the international foods aisle, which I don't know why it's called international foods. It's not like it's international like that. I mean, it's just good. They should just call it good food aisle. Call it Flavor Town. Can we take that from Guy Fieri and call it Flavor Town, the aisle? That's really where you need to go. Anyway, I'm in the international foods aisle, and I see there's a white guy, and he had like that TikTok hair, like the curly hair that goes forward. You know what I mean? And I looked at him, and I was like, hey, buddy. I was going to tell him. I was like, hey, buddy, this is not the time for your little grocery store pranks or whatever you guys are trying to film for social media. And he looked at me. He goes, what are you talking about? And I was like, all right, maybe he's not who I think he is. So anyway, I see as he's buying ingredients, it's slowly telling me a little bit more of what his ethnicity is. He picked out sazon. He picked out adobo. He started picking out he picked out like 45 seasonings, put them all in his cart. And that's kind of what told me. That's kind of told me like, oh, okay, he's Latino. And then I stubbed my cart into him by accident. I pushed it into him, and he goes, "Ay!" So that kind of gave it away. When you hear someone go, "Ay!" that you can pretty much confirm that they are of Latino descent. But all you white Latinos, I have a message for all the white Latinos. I have one word to say to you guys. Infiltrate. Okay? Infiltrate. Find out what the white people are up to. Go into their job sites. Find a way to get into their job sites. White Latinos, you guys have so much power. You guys can put on a blazer and just tell white people what to do. And they'll be like, I don't know who that is, but I did ask for the manager, so maybe I'll listen to him. Okay? It's a very different experience. When you go to these white people's houses, it's a very different experience. You got to be ready for what they bring to you or don't bring to you. Sometimes they don't bring you anything. But going into a white person's house is very different. You're going to see different things, okay? Things that you have to be comfortable with seeing. You walk into a white person's house, you very well might see hockey on the TV. You might see nothing on the stovetop. Rude children. The American flag. Another Latino, like working or raising a child. These are things that you have to get comfortable with if you're going to infiltrate and find out how to reduce the price of avocados. We need to have these conversations. A lot of these white Latinos look like they're singing that song, tonight will be the night that I will fall for you, porque esta noche será la noche que caigo por ti. It's a beautiful song in either language. But I think it's very important that white Latinos find out, do a little bit of insider trading. Get in, answer these questions, get these questions answered. My mom is one of those white Latinas. My mom's got very, very like white, pale skin. She's got red hair, pale skin. Homegirl can't go in the sun. But it was because of how she looked that she was able to just infiltrate into these white communities. I call it insider trading. She was able to ask questions. How do you get your kids into college? What advice do you have for getting into college? And they had all these great conversations to move the people forward because they didn't know that she was Puerto Rican. Rather than her looking very, very Latina and people being like, where are you from? Followed by, I would love to visit there. I've never been there before. Or followed by, well, I've been to Venezuela. Is that nearby? This is my artifact from Venezuela. Moral of the story is that white Latinos are very much a part of our community. And if you're a white Latino, you should not be ashamed of your white skin, but instead use it. Use it for good. That's a superpower, okay? People aren't going to ask you questions when you walk into the building. In fact, you can walk into the building and people will just assume, some people might assume that you own the building. If you walk in there with enough confidence, with the right clothes, you might walk into a building and someone will be like, oh, hello, sir. Oh, hello, ma'am. We didn't know that you were coming today. And you can say, oh, yes, I'm here. I'm here porque I need to hire a whole floor, whatever it is you got to do. Use your white skin for good. Usually I would say something empowering, like you have power, like your white skin gives you power. But I don't necessarily want to promote that here. I don't want to promote that here.